Unwanted pregnancies in the Philippines. Okay, guys, this is about to get quite dark, so if you can't take it, leave, but if you can, be a man and stay. Now, we're all adults here, and we all know what unwanted pregnancy means. It's usually two people or a person that just didn't want a baby, flat out. But there's a difference between an unwanted pregnancy and a forced pregnancy, which you know I'm about to go there, guys. Believe it or not, forced pregnancies are actually the main cause, or one of the main cause of unwanted pregnancies, because it creates a lot of anger and a lot of problems, especially for somebody that didn't want a baby. And no, the guys are not innocent either, so let me just start with you fellas first. A lot of unwanted pregnancies happens with a lot of drunk nights and parties. Sometimes the guy doesn't even have to be drunk, he's probably just having a great time with a girl and they get intimate and boom, there it is. But in the next 8 to 9 months, that pleasure slash lust will turn into pain. And the guy that decided to have fun that one night end up having a baby that he does not want. What I found surprising was the amount of European men, yes, European men, which is supposed to be elegant, that have a lot of children in the Philippines, even in Thailand. And no, Americans are not innocent either. A lot of these foreign men end up having a lot of unwanted kids and just kicking these kids to the side, almost as if they didn't exist. Instead of owning up to these mistakes, sometimes men like these have more kids, creating more problems. And I wouldn't be surprised men like this in the comment section bashing videos like this about exposing them of their behavior. Foreign men, listen up. Do not forget, when you have a child, that child is not only connected to you, it's connected to the mother and the family. If their family is about that life, you better run for your life. Because do not forget, the Philippines is not like America at all. Now, this is where the video is about to take a dark turn. Do not forget, at the beginning of this video, I did talk about forced pregnancies. This is where somebody manipulate or force themselves on you simply to have a baby. This seems to happen a lot in the Philippines from what I heard. And no, I'm not saying men cannot do this as well too, because we all know there are some crazy men out there. I'm actually talking about the women. This seems more like a white guy's problem than anything else, when it comes down to Filipinas forcing themselves on them simply to have a baby. Because what it seems like a lot of Filipinos want to have blue-eyed, tall, white-skinned babies. Which I guess is not a problem as long as it's not some type of a strange fetish, but in this case it actually is. And these women will stop at nothing to get a baby. Think about it for a minute. Somebody that purposely bumps into you, moves in your house, next thing you know, she's pregnant. Not realizing this was the plan the whole entire time, aka mission accomplished. And the sad part about this whole situation is, certain people in our society will not find that creepy at all because the girl may end up being attractive, which is still wrong at the end of the day. But a lot of guys might not realize is this is actually more common than what you actually think. Because this happened to me as well too. It's just that I didn't think nothing about it and it didn't really cross my mind as something creepy. And no, it didn't happen to me in the Philippines. It actually happened to me in New York. Now my story is not unique, but one story that sounds really crazy from this creator that actually lives in the Philippines. He was basically talking about how hard it was to find like an actual girlfriend. After several failed attempts, he seemed to actually meet a girl that he liked. This woman happened to end up moving into his house. While living there, I believe he got intimate with her, which of course he did in the past. But this time was different because when he was about to explode, you guys know what I mean, wink wink, she literally grabbed the dude and kept the dude there. And it's not rocket science, we all know what happened. He exploded right into her cat. But it was after she got pregnant, that's when he realized her real intention. And that was to have a baby with white skin and maybe blue eyes. So yes guys, she actually used them to have a child by actually forcing an unwanted pregnancy. And just to be clear, kids are not supposed to be unwanted because they are a blessing. While you hear it from a guy's point of view, it's time to say in a woman's point of view. Because when I was planning to make this video, I actually remembered a very attractive Filipino girl was talking about how she purposely got pregnant. And she didn't want the guy to impregnate her. Now clearly this wasn't a forced pregnancy, it seems like it was a mutual thing between them two, but the fact that she was capable of using this guy and not having a problem being with him speaks volumes. And do not forget, children in some of these foreign countries are more like an investment than anything else. Sure, the love is there, but they also know this baby could be an asset for the future. And I know you guys might not like this because I compare Philippines to America a lot, and I'll do this with Thailand as well too, and that's just to show you the differences. Now with that being said, we actually do this in America. In beauty pageant, we do it in football, basketball, and believe it or not, different races do it different ways in America. Black folks usually train their kids to do basketball and football while they're younger so they become professionals, maybe sometimes boxing. White Americans may sometimes have their kid participate in ballet or hockey. And when it comes down to Hispanic kids, I believe their parents will have them playing baseball. But from what it seems like in the Philippines, it seems like it's pageants, I believe. So every race and every culture have their own thing when it comes down to children. So when walking down a lot of these Filipino alleys, not forget they may be a woman that's actually spotting you out simply to have a kid. And yes, kids are also used for financial gain as well. I'm sure many divorced men from America that moved to the Philippines are probably feeling it right now. So not only did they go through a divorce with their wife in America, which I'm pretty sure they had to give half their money to their wife, which I'm pretty sure that's how it is in America. And if they have young kids, do not forget they have to pay for those children all the way till the age of 18. So not only did they have to pay for their kids, which of course is their responsibility, they might have to pay for a kid in the Philippines as well. And another thing, when it comes down to foreign men, please do your research, especially when it comes down to the women that live down there. Because down in the Philippines, from what I heard, a lot of the women are not big on condoms. And we know how some men are. Once they hear the word no condom, they'll be like A-okay. The craziest part is they don't use condoms for the same reason men don't use condoms. For the feeling, from what I heard. It's just so strange coming from women, because in America, I think it'll be the opposite. And to be honest with you, I never heard a female say that, for the feeling of the condom. That's weird, I don't know. Different cultures, different thought process, and you're going to have to respect that. Now, this is my personal opinion. Do not go out there thinking you are not going to have consequences, because you're just going to do you and then leave and go back to America or Europe, not realizing these people might have your information. So you may as well save yourself the public embarrassment and be careful, because nobody likes a deadbeat dad.